Alright, we're here at gotomath.com and we're looking at limits and evaluating them numerically. So this is going to be the limit that we look at. We have the limit as x approaches 3 of 1 minus 9x quantity squared over 1 minus 9x. Let's go to the whiteboard and write some stuff down. Let's use a different color here. How about this one? So we have the limit as x approaches 3 of 1 minus 9x quantity squared over 1 minus 9x. So our function, which I'll just label it as the popular letter f, is 1 minus 9x quantity squared over 1 minus 9x. Now we could just do the direct substitution, plugging 9 directly into this and get a number out. But that's not what the limit concept is all about. Now we are approaching 9, and we'll say 9 is here on the x-axis. If I were to get an idea of what this graph looks like, what I could possibly do here is I could factor, and we'll be doing a lot of this in the next section, but at least this gives you an idea of what's going on in the next section, evaluating the limits analytically. And as you can see here, we've got a like term in the top and one in the bottom, and we're left with 1 plus 9x, or we could say 9x plus 1. And that looks like a line with a slope of 9, crosses at 1 right here, and right here on the graph is what we're looking at. So we're coming in from the left hand side. Now remember, that's going to be 9 minus, and I start with 0.1. In other words, I start with something really close to 9 here. Okay, and we take this number, which is 8.9 something, and plugging that directly into the function and getting a number out, right? And of course we get closer and closer and closer to 9, like we want to plug right, get this number, plug it into the function, and find out what our y value is, okay, and so forth. Now if I were to plug 1 plus 9 times 9, that looks like 82. Alright, 82. So that's actually, so as we get closer and closer, as you can see coming in from the left, our y value should be getting closer and closer to 82. And then of course we want to do the same thing on the right, plugging in numbers, getting closer and closer to 9 from the right. We'd start with 9.1 and then 9.01, 9.001, and then we want to compare and see if we're both getting closer and closer to 82. Let's go up here and click on the help button. And of course, as you can see here, I've got this going way out here, but anyway, so we're coming in from the left. As you can see here, we're getting closer and closer to that 28 as we get closer and closer to 3. That was coming in from the left, and then of course coming in from the right, as you can see. Therefore we could say that that as x approaches 3, our function is approaching 28. So that's all there is to evaluating a limit numerically, and there are times that we've got to do this, right? And of course we'd probably want to write a little computer program, write something in Python or JavaScript or something of that nature, and find out and do this instead of plugging this stuff into a calculator. But I think I might have a tutorial on that, but I'm not exactly sure. But I will have a lot of tutorials eventually on this stuff, how to do this stuff, write a little program. Anyway, alright, well let's move on to the next problem. Or keep clicking on that